Hello, my name is Bob Greiner. I'm with the Mid-Atlantic Germanic Society. The Society hosts more than 20 individual data sets in its online searchable database. These include several church and institutional records, military pension records, and names indexed from a variety of State Department records from consulates in Germany. The database is searchable by given name and surname, with several wildcard options available. Once a specific name is found in the database, you can click on an icon to see all the details contained in the original document. In this video, I would like to describe the contents of several of the data sets that were extracted from the records of consulates in Germany. Consulates were established in foreign countries specifically to manage commercial trade relationships with the United States. In addition, consulates represented the interests of American citizens abroad. Records kept by the consulates frequently reflected their interaction with citizens. Consulates maintained a variety of books to record various actions. These records are stored at the National Archives II facility in College Park, Maryland, as part of two separate record groups. Record Group 84, records of the foreign service posts of the Department of State, are original documents that were created at the consulates. They must be requested on site at College Park. Record Group 59, General Records of the Department of State, are copies of the documents that were received in Washington from the consulates. They are on microfilm and can also be viewed at College Park. Many of these films are now being digitized and can be viewed online at the National Archives website by searching their online catalog. Foreign consulates maintained regular correspondence with the Department of State. Letters from the department to the consulates were called instructions. Those sent from the consulate were called dispatches. There were many reasons why an American citizen abroad might have contacted the consulate. Perhaps they were an expatriate living abroad, but receiving a military pension and needed assistance. Travelers abroad may contact the consulate for help, perhaps for passport issues or when they got into trouble with the law. If an American citizen died at sea en route to Germany or while in country, it was the consul's responsibility to notify the State Department. Consulate dispatches provide a rich variety of information about United States citizens and their interaction with the consulate. MAGS has extracted names from the records of all consulates in Germany and other German-speaking countries in Europe. This data set contains over 9,000 names. At times, a consul would act as an intermediary on behalf of an American citizen. This was particularly true when handling the settlement of an estate. If a person died in the United States with heirs in a foreign country, the consul would help to navigate the legal system in the country. Similarly, if a person died in country with heirs in the United States, he would help facilitate the process. Several of the consulates kept separate record books for estate settlements. In other places, these cases were documented in general record books. In addition to letters between the consul and officials in both countries, these files can contain lists of relatives with birth, marriage, and death dates. Sometimes they include diagrams of family relationships intended to show how individuals were related. MAGS has extracted names of the deceased people and their heirs into a separate data set. There are over 2,000 names in this set of data. At some point in the 1850s, consuls in Bremen, Hamburg, and Altona decided that they had the authority to marry German citizens who intended to immigrate to the United States. Frequently, these couples were not able to marry in Germany due to restrictive laws of the time. The presumption was that the certificates would ease their way through United States customs. Although their authority to marry was quickly overruled by the State Department, the consuls continued to issue marriage contracts for several decades. These documents contained information about the couple and their former residence in Germany. The data set also includes information about their arrival in the United States if they were found in passenger lists. If you find an ancestor in this data set, It could give you a clue about where they were born. Over 3,000 names were extracted from these records. United States consuls were permitted to charge fees for specific services. The amounts of these fees was prescribed by law. The consulate kept records of their services, recording the name of the person and the fee charged. These were separately reported to the Department of State on a quarterly basis. They are part of Record Group 59, General Records of the Department of State. Originally, they were available on microfilm, but the records have now been digitized and are also available on a narrow website. Of course, none of the information is indexed, so MAGS has extracted names from these records from several different consulates. These datasets contain over 1,500 names. Finally, a few hundred names of immigrants were found in records from the consulate in Bremen. These occurred between December 1833 and August 1836. Most of the people were from the Mittelfranken region of Bavaria. These certificates give the name of the person, who they were traveling with, and their village of origin. While these records do not cover a large time period, the information found here could be the clue you need to find the origin of an ancestor. All of the data sets on our website can be searched for free by anybody. You can search them by name and see in which data sets that name is found. However, you must be a MAGS member to see the complete details extracted from the records. Please visit the MAGS website at www.magsgen.com. Click on the MAGS Databases tab on the left side of the screen. If you are not a member, click on the Publish Database Search button to bring up the search screen. On that screen, enter the name or partial name you would like to find and click on the Search button. I will use our friend Joseph Eschenlohr as an example. He appears in 9 separate places in a variety of data sets. Several of these were consulate dispatches. Other results were related to military pensions. Click on the eyeball icon will show you the details of the record. Notice that he was included in the 1883 pension report to Congress. Here's the detailed record you would see if you were logged in as a MAGS member. This indicates that Joseph appeared in a dispatch from the consulate in Kail. The consul was probably corresponding with the Department of the Interior regarding Joseph's military pension. The results give you the date of the dispatch and the film number on which that document can be found. These records are now online at the National Archives website. You can search for the film using the NARA ID number found in the results. Also, don't forget to visit the Database Descriptions page located under the MAGS Databases tab. Each entry on that page contains a link to a much more detailed description of the original documents and the information contained in each dataset. You may think that your ancestor is probably not in any of these datasets because he never left the United States. However, you should consider the possibility that a relative or associate of your ancestor may have been such a person. Their record might give you the clues you need to answer that unresolved question in your family history. By the way, membership in MAGS is only $15 per year. With that, you receive 4 quarterly issues of our journal, Der Courier. It contains many excellent articles about German genealogical research. You also gain access to the details of our entire database. In addition, our site has many other pages about German history, maps, and research guides. I hope this brief introduction to our consulate databases has piqued your interest in the Mid-Atlantic Germanic Society. Please visit our website to search our databases. We hope you will consider becoming a member. Thank you.